Hi, everybody. I am going to tell you about the summer after I graduated from elementary school. Elementary school ended in sixth grade when I graduated from elementary. And I remember I was so excited because there was a lot of new things that were going to happen. The first one that was going to happen is I remember walking home from school and thinking I could finally wear makeup. That was my mom's rule, that the year we graduated from sixth grade, that we could learn to put makeup on and we could wear makeup when we went to junior high school. And I was so excited about that. And I remember walking home from school and thinking that exact thing, that I was going to get home and get to start to wear makeup. Then when I got home, one of my really good friends called and asked if I wanted to go to this water park with her. Now, I was only 11 years old at the time when I graduated sixth grade. So I was young, and she said, now my sister can take us. And she had an older sister that drove, and I thought, well, that'll be okay. I can go with you. So I asked my mom, and I told my mom that her sister was going to be with us, and my mom gave me permission to go. I remember this was like one of the first times I got to go somewhere big just with my friends, and I was so excited to go to this water park and ride down the slides and all the fun things that you do at water parks. Then when we got to the water park, I realized her sister was just dropping us off. She wasn't staying. Now, this was before cell phones, so we didn't have a cell phone with us to, for our parents to get a hold of us or anything. But I thought, well, they're going to pick us up. And her sister said, I'll come pick you up at 9 o'clock. We thought the park would probably stay open until 9 o'clock. Well, little did we know that park closed at dusk. So here it was probably about 7 o'clock and the park is closing. And we had no way to get a hold of anybody. Well, we had quarters to use the payphone, but I didn't want to call my mom because I didn't want her to know that I was at this water park with my friend without an adult. So we decided that we couldn't get a hold of her mom, so we were going to walk home. Now, it was probably about 8 or 9 miles away from my house in a not very good area. But two 11-year-old girls, think about this. I was in my bathing suit wrapped with a towel around me and flip-flops walking home. And I remember walking home, and at one point we were walking on the sidewalk and I saw this big cement box about 1.5 feet off of the sidewalk. And I thought, I'm going to look inside that box and see what's in there. So as I stepped, it was a little muddy and I stepped in it. And do you know that my leg went into that mud all the way up past my knee? So I started laughing and my friend helped me pull me out. And I then was walking with mud caked on my one leg because I had just stepped in this mud pile because I wanted to see what was in this cement hole. So we were probably quite a sight. Well, we finally got to a restaurant where we could use a payphone. Remember, we didn't have cell phones at that time. And we tried calling her mom again and we couldn't get a hold of her. So then she told me that her dad lived a little bit closer than we did. Her parents were separated at the time. So we walked to her dad's house, but we didn't get there until about 10:30 at night. Now, it's dark at this point. We were walking for, I don't know how long, a couple hours. It had to have been quite a ways. I don't even know the exact amount of home. And when we got to the exact amount of miles from home, when we got to her dad's house, her dad was like, where have you guys been? We have the cops looking out for you. So my mom, they called and took us home, got out there, and I saw cops there and I thought, oh my gosh, my mom is going to be so upset at me. Little did I know, I started out that summer of my after sixth grade graduation, grounded for 2 weeks because of what I did. I think the reason why I want to tell you the story is the whole moral is if I would have just called my mom and been truthful with her up front and said, hey, look, I didn't know she was going to drop us off. She ended up dropping us off and now there's no one here to pick us up. She would have come and picked us up, but I tried to get around it and tried to hide it and had quite an adventure on my hand, but also was grounded for 2 weeks.